Hello. Welcome to Renee In Tune. If you're here and watching, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I am experimenting with a couple of things, so definitely offer your feedback. Let me know. I'm working with a light right now, so let me know if it's like too bright or, whatever. Let me know if the, lighting is good. We getting there. We working it out. Okay. So I'm really excited because I have a brand new deck and it's an oracle deck, messages from the mermaids. And it's really beautiful and I'm excited to work with it. And this is also the first time that I am doing a pick a card reading. I'm very excited to get these messages to you. So let's take a moment to talk about what this reading is about and also the deck options that we have. So today's pick a card, I want to give you a message for the end of the year, whatever it is that you need to hear for the end of the year. And we have 3 piles. Okay, so I'm going to give you a moment to contemplate over the piles, let you know what they are, and let you decide which pile you're drawn to. Okay, take a few deep breaths and close your eyes even for a moment and breathe. Focus on your breathing and focus on your intention, what messages you're looking for, what do you need to hear for the end of this year, closing out this year 2020. And when you open your eyes, whatever pile you feel the most drawn to is your pile. Okay, now if you pick a pile and you feel like this doesn't resonate with you at all, then maybe, close your eyes, breathe, think, clear your head and try picking another pile. If not, these messages may not be for you. Please excuse the music, not excuse, but hopefully the music in the background isn't loud, but I do not own the rights to it, just so you know. If you can hear it, I never know what it sounds like on your end. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. We've got pile number 1, which is the Family Tarot deck. Pile number 2, which is the Everyday Tarot deck. And pile number 3, which is the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. Okay, now I'll give you a moment to take a look at the cards, at the deck options and the pile options, and decide which one you are drawn to, and then we'll move forward. Okay. So if you still need more time, go ahead and hit the pause button and take a moment to decide which deck that you want to choose. But if not, we're going to go ahead and hop into pile number 1. So let's scoot these over to the side for now. Pile number 1, which is the Family Tarot deck. Okay. Pile number 1. All right, pile number 1 for your overall energy, we have the 9 of Cups. Okay, it's the overall focus here, which just tells me that you're really in a state of trying to find some type of, I'm sorry, that glare is bugging me. But you're in a state of trying to find some type of satisfaction within your life. And with the closing of this year, this is heavily on your mind. This is something that you're really wanting to find some answers to moving forward. we've got the five of coins to start with. So for some of you, I feel like there was maybe a loss of a job or source of income during this year. For some of you, I feel like there is the feeling of being alone or left behind, maybe in a relationship. With the two of coins here, it tells me that there is surrounding you right now opportunity, a lot of opportunity for financial gains, but there is some distraction. Okay, for some of you, you're concerned about this situation here. You're focusing on the loss, you're focusing on the lack, you're focusing on maybe, you know, the worry of moving forward and being able to get out of this energy here. And because of that heavy focus, there is a need to, you know, it's kind of like a sort of a block moving forward. So there's a need to really prioritize. Okay, this two of coins here is saying, okay, I have to take a step back and really put some things into perspective and really prioritize what it is that I'm focusing my energy on, because the opportunity is there. You see, the opportunity is there. Okay, we have the Fool right after that. So look, what is that? That's the brand new opportunity. The Fool is a fresh new beginning. The Fool is, you know, a whole new start, a whole door opening. Okay, so that new opportunity is ahead of you. Okay, moving into the new year. But there is a worry. Okay, for some of you, if this is being disregarded or left alone or feeling alone within relationships, you know, this particular feeling, focusing on this feeling, focusing on that emotion is blocking you from being concerned about the things that you need to be concerned about to move forward financially. Okay, moving into 2021, but there is a brand new opportunity surrounding you. Okay, so there's a need to prioritize, a need to put things into perspective, a need to focus on what the steps are moving forward, and kind of, you know, really just deciding if some of those things in your surroundings and your energy and your space are even like worth the time. You know what I mean? What is it that's getting in the way of you focusing on your finances? And how is it that you can, you know, let that go in order to move forward? So, you know, it's just a need to kind of like take a step back and look at what's happening in your life at this time and what's happening around you and where your focus is really, you know, is really being spent on, where your energy is really being spent, and deciding if that's where you want to continue to spend your, you know, your energy, or is that where you want to continue to spend your time focusing on. Okay, then we've got, I pulled a couple of oracle decks to follow up for you, and the first one is from my beautiful new deck, new oracle deck. Look at that, it's so gorgeous. It's Messages from the Mermaids. Okay, and the first card is Contemplation. Very beautiful cards. I'm so excited about these. And this is my first time using them, so hopefully you get some messages that you're looking for from them. So contemplation says, contemplate your current situation and allow your thoughts and feelings to flow. Use your mind in conjunction with your heart and think things through before making decisions, which kind of just makes perfect sense. It goes along perfectly with this two of coins here, because it's a need to, you know, to really decide where it's a need to prioritize. It's a need to decide where you're placing your energy. And with this contemplation card, it talks about really thinking things through before making decisions and moving forward. So with the close, you know, this last set of days that we have, this last week of the year, there's a need for you to really think things through in regards to moving forward and where you're placing your priorities, what is at the top of your priority list. Okay, I'm just skimming, because this is my first use of this deck. I'm just skimming through the little booklet here just to see if there's anything that pops out at me that I feel like really needs to be mentioned. Okay. The first thing that pops out at me is a place where it says, the start of a paragraph where it says, this situation calls for you to think deeply, using your wisdom and imagination to arrive at wholesome solutions. So you may be wanting to, it takes me back to that previous description of it where you're using a flow of your thoughts and your feelings. So you're using, a mix of your head and your heart put together in order to flow with the energies around you that are working for you in order to make you know educated decisions, basically, using your discernment. So you're using your wisdom, but you're also using your imagination. So it's funny because this is a pentacle, but with that pentacle, these are both pentacles, but with that with the cups here, you're looking for satisfaction, deep satisfaction within your life. Okay, the happiness that and contentment. That it's so funny, what the happiness and contentment, right? That's what you're looking for. And the next oracle card that we have that comes up is the contentment card, which we'll get into that in a moment. But you know it's just like you're looking for monetary opportunities for monetary gain, but you're also looking for a fulfillment, some type of happiness. So with that tells you, you're moving forward, you're wanting to use your smart, so you're wanting to use your logic and reason in making decisions that will affect your finances, but you're wanting to tap into your heart space too. You're wanting to evenly, distribute those feelings. You're wanting to use your imagination, because where that creativity lies is also going to bring you this satisfaction and contentment. You know what I mean? So I'll move forward, but that was definitely the thing that popped out the most. Also, right here, I see contemplation as a type of meditation. Only it entails engaging with your mind instead of trying to stop the thoughts, which is very interesting because exactly, in meditation, you're trying to calm your mind, still your mind, stop the thoughts from flowing, and just kind of like be in the moment at the time. But in this case, you're contemplating over what your thoughts are, over where your thoughts are going, where you're prioritizing, your mind. And so you're kind of like getting them in order, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's move on to the next card here, which is contentment. So this card says, count your blessings to stay in a place of contentment. Feeling content is a wonderful feeling. Enjoy this time, dear friend. You've earned it. Okay, so, this really tells me that there's the time, taking the time to really contemplate the next steps moving forward, contemplating the future, contemplating where it is that you're going, what it is that you want, what it is that's capturing your attention and keeping it from being in the focus that it should be moving forward. But with this contentment card, it says, what is it that I'm already satisfied with? Where is it that I already find my happiness? And that kind of ties in to me with, again, the Two of Coins and this prioritizing, but also this need to use both my head and my heart in making these decisions, because, I want to be financially stable, but I also want to be doing something that I love, something that I enjoy. I want to use my imagination. I want to use my creativity. I want to channel these feelings of loss and lack, because for some of you, this is, about financial loss, but this is also about feeling alone or being concerned about outside influences, finding contentment and happiness within, feeling like you're not content or happy, but because of outside circumstances, if that makes sense. So there could be something that's leaving you feeling left out in the cold or alone, and with that focus there, you're kind of ignoring or missing, I don't want to say ignoring, but you're missing where your true happiness really lies. Okay, where your contentment really lies. Okay, and with that, it's, there's a need to practice gratitude, to think about the things that you do have, and understand that the place of struggle is a temporary place. It is not going to last forever, and there are things that you do have that you can be grateful for, that you know can find happiness and contentment in. And those, you know, when you place your focus there, then your energy just kind of absorbs that and recreates it, if that makes sense, and, you know, attracts more of that towards you and a lot of answers, you know what I mean? And with that being said, I pulled a card from the Moonology Oracle deck, and that card says a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra, which is such a beautiful ending because this just kind of like gives you a bit of direction, but also gives you some, you know, something to look forward to. Because at the end of the day, you cannot go wrong when you're balancing your head and your heart, and you're focusing on what brings you, what you're grateful for, and what brings you contentment, and what, you know, where your imagination and your creativity lies. Then there is no loss. You know what I mean? There is no loss, and we can let this feeling go, and we can find our satisfaction. You know what I mean? With this win-win forecast. This message could be for anyone, but if you're a Libra, this message may be especially for you, okay? And also, if you're an Aquarius, I feel like this message is especially for you. And also, if you're an Aries, okay, and this message is especially for you. Okay, so think about all of the creative ideas that you have at this period of time. Think about your passions, what really makes you happy, and then think about what is distracting you, what is getting in the way of you focusing on those things. And then, you know, be grateful for those things that you do have, but also prioritize your time into those things that you do enjoy the most, and you cannot go wrong. Okay, you have a beautiful, beautiful, fresh opportunity in front of you, and a win-win outcome. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile 2. Pile 1, if you received this message and you feel like it helped you in some way, definitely leave me a comment. Talk to me. I would love to hear your story, and I appreciate you. All right. Pile 2, we've got the Everyday Tarot here. Okay. For those of you who chose pile 2, we're starting off with the Queen of Cups here. Okay. So you, I feel like, are you're in a space of really feeling the energies around you. You could be really feeling the moon cycles at this time. If you are into that, you could definitely follow along with what sign the moon is in at the time, and you know, kind of what that energy brings to the table, because you could definitely be feeling all of the moon cycles. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive. She's very much a nurturer, very much an emotional being. She's very much a caregiver, a caretaker, and supportive of others. So you could be someone that's very supportive of those around you, someone that is really taking care of others at this time, someone who is really compassionate. And with this kind of, you know, someone who has empathy for others. And with this energy, you're just really intuitive. And so you kind of have an attraction to creative energies, you know what I mean? So if this is something that you're needing to hear, you may be, need to pay attention to that. Pay attention to the fact that you have these, your intuition is trying to connect you with the creative energies around you and prompt you to flow with that. You know what I mean? And then, for some of you, you could be connecting with someone like this, connecting with a mother figure or a woman in your life, or someone, it doesn't have to be a woman, but someone carrying this feminine energy who is supporting you in some way. And you may be, needing that energy to flow, to get your creative juices flowing. You know what I mean? I feel like this is all about your creativity at this period of time. So some of you could be connecting with someone who is helping you to see that or to do that within this last week. So pay attention and be open to that energy. Some of you could be really feeling the moon cycles. So you could also find out what, zodiac sign the moon is traveling through, and what energy that brings towards you. So you can kind of just, navigate and embody those energies as you move through this last week of the year and into a new fresh year. We've got the Eight of Wands following that. So the Eight of Wands is all about quick, fast, and, decisive action. Like, it's all about action. Eight of Wands is all about action, okay? So you could, like I said, Wands are also about creativity and passion. You know what I mean? So Cups are very intuitive, okay? They pick up on a lot of creativity, but the Wands are all about putting that into action. They're all about taking that passion and placing it into the drive, you know what I mean? So with this Eight of Wands, you could very quickly have a lot of creative opportunities coming towards you. When you embody this energy here, you could very quickly have, messages, offers, opportunities, people wanting to work with you, something of that nature. For some of you, this is connected to a relationship of sorts. And it could be a business or creative relationship, or it could be, more of an emotional relationship, but you could be receiving some type of communication with this Eight of Wands, some type of quick and decisive communication. Some of you could be making this communication, could be really feeling this, getting in touch with your emotions, or feeling, a lot of your emotions and being in your heart space at the time and wanting to communicate that in some way. Some of you could be just tapping into your creativity and like writing or sharing and expressing yourself creatively in some way. Okay. However, we have the Two of Swords here, okay? So for me, this is some decision that's needing to be made that isn't being made. Some decision that is kind of just like, you see how this blindfold is over her eyes, where it's like something that I just don't want to see, or I don't want to, address or deal with at this moment in time. This could be a decision that you're feeling very emotional about. You know what I mean? This could be something that rushed in with this Eight of Wands energy here. Okay, could be, and now you're needing to make a decision about it, and it's difficult for you. Some of you could be very unsure as to what direction to take. This could, and I feel for many of you, this is within your creativity. I feel like this is all about your creativity, and many of you could be feeling prompted to make creative decisions in regards to your finances. And I feel like this is very challenging for you because you're feeling like you're not sure which road to take. You're not sure if it's the right road to take. You're not sure if you're, getting the messages that you need to make the right decision. Okay, but there's something that you need to look closer at. There's something you need to take a moment to look at the situation further, and the answer is there. There's something there that's going to help you make the right decision, but it's something that you're not seeing at this moment. So this is a prompt to look closer, to move, pay close attention to all the angles of this particular situation for you. If it's, two different paths, really, pick them apart and take a moment to really contemplate all of those things that come into play, because we have the Ace of Pentacles following that Two of Swords, okay, which is literally a gift from the universe. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is all about abundance. It's all about opportunities for for financial gain, okay? But for me, this is fresh. This is a fresh start. This is a new opportunity. It could also be for some of you, an offer of stability, from someone else. But for many of you, this is a new financial career, a new job offer, a new idea for business ownership, something that you want to create. This is something that's going to change your life. Okay. So for many of you, this is where you're at with this decision. Like, do I stay where I'm at? Do I go? Career wise, I feel like many of you are in a place where maybe you're feeling like I need to move forward. Maybe you're feeling like I need to move from one career to the other. Maybe you're feeling like I want to start this business. I've been thinking about it for a while. Is it a smart thing for me to do? Is it going to work? Is it going to bring me abundance? But you've got the Ace of Pentacles right here. Excuse me. So this opportunity, whatever it is, whatever this decision it is that you're contemplating, excuse me, has the potential. This is telling you that it has the potential to really grow into something massive and abundant. Okay. So bear that in mind. With that being said, let's move forward. I pulled a Moonology, a card from the Moonology Oracle deck, and bam, prosperity lies ahead. Okay, new moon in Taurus. Huh. Pile two. Pile two. You see that? Excuse me. And then, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a sip of my water here because I'm getting a little bit choked up, but finally, and of no lesser importance, I pulled a card from my messages from the mermaids, and badaw, what does that say? Abundance. Is that not beautiful? Look how it all just laid out. Okay. Now, because this is a brand new deck, let's go ahead and see what our booklet says about that. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory to me, but let's just see what more we might need that pops out at us that we might need to hear. Okay, allow abundance to flow to you. The treasure is already yours. It's already yours. The idea is yours. The opportunity is yours. You have it. You only need to trust and be open to receive it. Look, be open to receive it. It's coming, okay? Be open, okay? Trust your intuition. Flow with that energy. Trust the creative pull, the creative callings that you're feeling, okay? You deserve this incoming abundance. You deserve it. Your prosperity lies ahead, okay? You deserve this incoming abundance. Let's get a little skim and see if there's something else that we need to hear, really. Okay, it's fine for you to ask for what you need, but always set your intention as this or something better. Pile 2, I feel like you needed to hear that. I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to read it again. It's fine for you to ask for what you need, but always set your intention as this or something better. That way you're leaving room for the universe to manifest without limitations. Whoo! That was fire right there. Okay. Okay, after that it says, are you being asked, I'm going to go right back to that thought, but after that it says, are you being asked to provide abundance for someone else? Is there a person or are there people around you? What? And look at that. Does that not correlate with the Queen of Cups, who is so nurturing and so caring? Look at this. Is there a person or are there people around you who could do with a helping hand in the attainment of abundance? Perhaps you could use your spiritual and or physical treasures to help others see ways to enhance their ability to receive abundance in their lives. Whew. Do you let money go through your fingers? Does it burn a hole in your metaphorical pocket or your mermaid's purse? Protect your finances by putting away some savings for a rainy day. The energy of abundance is all around you, okay? Because you have this opportunity in front of you, okay? You have decisions to make, okay? You have opportunities of creativity moving in towards you very quickly, okay? You may be caring for others, okay? There may be other people. This is not just a concern about you. There are other people with this Queen of Cups that you're taking care of, that you're also, thinking about their abundance as well as your own. Look at this. Do you believe that you deserve to receive? Answer honestly. If any limiting thoughts come to you, write them down without judgment and see if there's anything you can do on a practical level to shift any blocks spiritually or physically. It's about knowing your self-worth, okay? As this affects how swiftly abundance will flow to you. There was a lot here in this particular description that I feel like you needed to hear. So let's go back to that first thought. This or something better, okay? So again, we've got the Two of Swords here. There's a difficult decision, something that is that you're not seeing clearly, maybe a decision I feel financially that you need to make, okay? But here we're talking about what you're manifesting, right? Do you believe that you're worthy of something bigger? Do you believe that prosperity is ahead? Because this is telling us it is, right? But do you believe it, okay? Are you manifesting this, okay? And when you're doing that, are you limiting what you're manifesting? Are you saying, okay, well, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, but I'm just manifesting that. That's all I think I can obtain. Or are you leaving room for more? Are you saying, I'm grateful for these things that I'm going to receive and some. You understand what I'm saying? These things that are coming towards me and some. And allowing, like it says here, allowing the universe to just kind of like begin moving that energy towards you. You know what I mean? So I just think that was really, for some of you, if that was something that you feel like was meant for you to hear, please comment down below. Let me know what your story is, what your situation is. Because I believe that you have an amazing opportunity in front of you, and that you are worthy and more than intuitively gifted enough to move through these energies that are coming towards you. And if you just take a moment to look at the situation and to see where your opportunities lie, and more importantly, to believe in yourself, believe in your self-worth, believe that you do have prosperity ahead of you and that you are worthy of it, and that there is no limitation to the abundance that you can obtain, then it is most definitely yours, okay? So with this last week, closing out the year 2020, I would like you to focus on some affirmations. Sit down and think about some affirmations, things that may have your thought process or the way that you word it to yourself, or think about those statements that we say, you know what I mean, those I can'ts, or I'm worried about that, or I don't know if I can, or I don't know, I'm not sure about that, or I can't do this, or I'm gonna need more time, or what if I can't, let's think about all of those. Sit down and think about all of those thoughts that run through our head, and let's readjust them. Let's change those statements. Let's get rid of all those negative words, and let's write down some affirmations to switch those up. Okay? I believe that I can. I know that I'm deserving. I know that's mine. I am abundance. I have abundance. I'm grateful for my abundance. My ideas have the opportunity for great success, for much growth, okay? For unlimited. My ideas are unlimited potential. And let's build some affirmations for ourselves for this last week of 2020, moving into 2021 with a whole new mindset. Okay, so pile 2, I'm going to leave this here and move on to pile 3. And if this message helped you in any way, or you feel like it resonated with you in any way, please leave me a comment down below. I really appreciate you, and I wish you all of the best. And if you are working on some projects, please let me know what they are, because I really want to support you in any way that I can. And thank you so much. All right. Pile 3. Pile 3 with the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. We're going to go ahead and get into your messages. Pile 3. Okay, messages for the end of 2020, messages for the end of the year, this last week, moving into our new year. What messages do we have for you, Pile 3? Okay. Pile 3, we're starting off our overall energy here with the 8 of Cups. Okay, so there's something that you've been moving through, some great disappointments, something that didn't work out in your favor, something that you were very, I feel distraught about, something that you've struggled with, that you need to kind of leave behind and let go of, but you have had a hard time doing that. So we're at this energy where we're really trying to walk away from something that has held us back, that hasn't worked for us. And are we doing that in this last week of the year? We got one more week of the year. Are we doing that? Are we finding ourselves able to leave that negative air behind, leave that disappointment behind, leave those dramas, whatever it was? Are we finding ourselves able to leave that behind? We have the King of Wands here. Okay, the King of Wands is all about confidence. The King of Wands is all about taking action. The King of Wands is all about, with the King of Wands, I get the full energy. You know what I mean? All about that risk, all about, jumping into that new opportunity, all about following the heart, following the passion. This King of Wands energy here. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. All right. So I feel like some of us are really, there's something that's standing in the way of our confidence to move towards something that is a passion for us and that is a dream for us. And just to kind of twist it a little bit, some of us, I feel, have been in this maybe non-committal energy. And this could be towards, relationships or towards our abundance. But I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, it's like a mixture of both. Okay, because the Queen of Pentacles is very much balanced when it comes to having a work and home life energy. The Queen of Pentacles not only goes out there and makes the bread, but also comes home and takes care of the family too. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles is resourceful. The Queen of Pentacles is able to look out and care for those around her, but she also takes care of herself. You get what I'm saying? So for some of us, we're trying to move into that energy where we're balancing both of those things. Okay, but there's something that we're needing to let go of. Okay, I feel like this is for some of you in Pile 3, this is a belief system. This is something that I have believed about myself, and it's getting in the way of a confidence, some type of confidence. For some of you, I feel like there's a need to commit. Okay, whether this is committing to yourself or committing to your finances, committing to your relationships, whatever it is, there's a need to commit. And maybe we're not addressing that. Maybe we're continuing an old way of doing things. For some of us, there's something or someone that we need to let go of. Okay, there's something or someone that we need to let go of. To be more, literal, there's someone that is not committal that we need to walk away from and let go of. And there is a need to find a more stable balance. Okay, we've got the Justice card following that. Okay, so for some of you, this is literally like the this is about, contractual things. Okay. So for some of you, there's the closing of contracts. For some of you, there's the starting of new ones. Okay. So this could be work related. This could be marriage related. This could be, legal matters, something of that nature. Okay. But the Justice card is all about, the Justice card is all about that harmony within the relationship. Okay. So whether this is a legal, matter, or whether this is a business relationship, or whether this is a romantic relationship or a family relationship, the Justice card talks about making things right. It talks about bringing balance into that. It talks about, righting the wrongs and setting the bar straight, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm using that correctly, or if there's another term that I'm trying to think of and I'm confusing it. But, coming to a clean slate is what I feel, which is what the energy that we've all kind of moved into with this age of Aquarius. That's where we're at. We're coming to a clean slate, right? So, with that being said, I feel like many of you are just trying to walk away from something that has kept you from being able to find this balance between your finances and your home, or your love, or your work life. Your home, or your love, or your family life, I should say. And then some of us are trying to find the balance in our passions. We're trying to find a balance of being stable, but also following our dreams, following our passions, right? For some of you, this could be, wanting to be in the limelight, wanting to be in entertainment, wanting to exercise a gift, okay, a talent. For some of you, it's the need to try and monetize that, right? So to bring balance into that, okay? For some of you, it's quite literally just, building, solid relationships, okay? Walking away from relationships that were non-committal and not solid in 2020, you know what I mean? And moving into 2021 with the need for harmonious relationships, okay? And it's crazy because following that, I pulled the card from my mermaids deck, and what did we get? Communication, right? Communication, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the description, because this is our first time using this deck, and see what pops out at us, what we really need to hear behind that card. Communication. Look at that. Pick up your phone and make that call. There's something you need to communicate, and now's the time to do it. Wow. How direct, right? So, look, you see her communicating with this turtle here. Right? So it says in here, this shows that the communication can take many forms. It's not only verbal, but can also be telepathic. Animals communicate using colors and frequencies. Perhaps you feel that things were left unsaid in a recent conversation, right? So what did I say? With that 8 of Cups, we're having a hard time walking away from something. Okay, so there's something that's unfinished. There's something that we're not feeling like we can walk away from just yet. And I do feel like there's like these two different energies here. There's this could be fairly stubborn type of energy, and these to me are like opposites. You know what I mean? This fire and this earth here. One is very impulsive, the other is very practical. You know what I mean? Where one is very passionate, the other is very not so sentimental. Does that make sense? So I feel like they just represent that opposition, okay? And we're in between walking away from the mishaps and moving into the energy of harmony. Okay, so for many of you, this is just about communication. Okay, you could be needing to communicate within a job expressing your needs and wanting to go for bigger and better. Okay. For some of you, this is within a relationship. Okay. It could be, fire sign, earth signs, relationships. Not just those, but that's just what pops out here. You could be needing to hear this message, like first, you know what I mean? Or you could be the one watching this message. So it could be that kind of thing. Some of you is just a practice of really letting go of things that we needed to, that we're having a hard time coming to a close with. Okay. And it may not necessarily need a word to word communication, but we could write a letter, something like that, just to get it out, to lay it out, to get it out off of our chest. You know what I mean? To say the things that we needed to say, to get our thoughts out and give ourselves the opportunity to let them go, to leave them behind, to walk away from them, to move forward and find that balance, if that makes sense, right? And for some of us, I feel like with pile 2, we kind of had a slight indication of that, where it's like we have to let go of old ways of thinking. Was that right? Was that right? Pile 2? Yeah, I feel like I had that message with pile 2. And it's like, what am I saying to myself in regards to moving forward? Am I being positive or am I being negative? Am I staying stuck in the past or am I thinking about the future and the right now? You know what I mean? So it could very well just be a needing to get out those negative thoughts and emotions and recognize what they are so that we can make adjustments to them, so that we can change them, so we can bring ourselves to the mindset of looking forward and, moving forward into a more positive energy. And with that being said, I feel like the same recommendation is, at hand here as it was with pile 2, is really setting our intentions for 2021 and giving ourselves affirmations to speak to ourselves daily. For me, I feel like of self-love, you know what I mean, and worth, and really manifesting what it is that we are looking for moving forward, unattached to the despair of the past, if that makes sense, right? Someone could also be wanting to communicate with you and making something right, you know what I mean, and bringing something to balance, and you could be looking forward to that moving forward. Some of you are stepping into the plane of healer, or many people, again, like I said with this card here, many people are watching you. You're in some type of influential position, and so there's much confidence needed to move forward here. There's much that you can bring into balance by just communicating yourself and really showing who you are. So with that being said, let's move forward to our Moonology cards. We had the expect powerful change, right? Which is, wow, didn't I just say? You could be a healer. You could be really stepping into this, your authenticity and moving in that energy and really communicating a lot to those around you. Be bold and make the first move, okay? So for some of you, if there's some apology that needs to be made, now's the time to do it. If there's some communication that needs to be made, now's the time to do it. If there's something that you haven't said, now is the time to say it. Respectfully, of course, you know what I mean? But if it's regarding what your expectations are within your career, now's the time to request that. If it's going after, that showing yourself to the world and having that confidence and being able to put yourself out there in order to, fulfill your passions and also to be a driving force in the fulfillment that others are trying to achieve, then now is the time to do it, right? I think that's with a bang that we're going out. So I'm going to leave this reading there. If you feel like this message helped you at all and it was for you in any way, please leave me a message, leave me a comment. Please hit subscribe if you have not done so already. Share your energy with me. Join my family. Hit the bell if you want to receive notifications for future videos. Anything you need to know will be in the description box below. You can reach me anywhere. If you're looking for natal chart readings, I am doing those for free right now. So you can email me or DM me on Instagram for that information. If you want a personal reading, that information is in the description box below. If you feel like this video can help someone else, share the video, like the video, definitely comment. I feel like, if you're a Libra, if you're a Libra, if you're a Sagittarius, if you're a Virgo, this particular message could be, if you're listening and you pick pile 3, this message could be especially for you. But this could be, of course, for any sign, especially also earth signs, fire signs. Okay. Libras, this message could be especially for you. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And I wish you all of the best moving forward, closing this year. And moving into 2021 with a new and positive energy. Okay. Just because I'm a little OCD and I feel like it's going to drive me nuts, I'm just going to quickly recap or go back to pile 2 because I did not go over the signs that I did see. I may have briefly mentioned one, but I don't think so. But if you were listening for pile 2, the Queen of Cups is here. We've got Scorpio energy. So if you're a Scorpio, you could definitely be someone who chose pile 2. You could also, if you're a Taurus, pile 2 could definitely be a message for you. If you chose that pile, of course, these messages are for anybody who chooses them. But, it's just something that comes up and I just feel like it needs to be said. Sometimes you just, when you feel that energy around you, you just know that's for you. So again, well, not again, but just because I want to reiterate, not reiterate, but whatever the word is to saying it the first time, and I will reiterate it moving forward. But if, just remember that none of these tarot messages, if you're watching them, are end all be alls. Okay. None of them are, definitive. They are just guiding messages and they're for your thought provocation, if that makes sense. And you are the creator of your life. You are the creator of your destiny moving forward, and you have the ability to set your mindset to a place where you can really manifest the abundance that you desire, and you can manifest the stability that you desire. And so with that in mind, pay close attention to the thoughts that are running through your head and to the way that they make you feel. Are they positive? Are they negative? How are you feeling in the now, in the here and the now? And where is your focus? Are you dwelling in the past? Are you moving towards the future? And so with that being said, I want you to remember that you are in the exact perfect place at the exact perfect time right now. And everything that has happened thus far has set you up to be right here where you are and who you are at this moment, and is all imperative to where you are going and where you are headed. Okay, in case that places anything into perspective for you. And you're beautiful, and you're special, and you're loved, and you're capable, and you're amazing, and you're talented, and you are enough. Okay, and you are abundant. So again, anyone who is starting any projects or anything like that, any businesses, let me know, drop me a comment, talk to me about it, because I want to support you in any way that I can. And I'm excited about stuff like that. So that gets me excited. So I, would love for you to share with me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening or morning or day, wherever you're at. And I appreciate you. Bye-bye.